So guys, Danny Garcia called out Manny Pacquiao, and I think that would be a great fight. I think Danny Garcia or Keith Thurman, but Danny Garcia after the fight called out Manny Pacquiao, wants that fight, or he called out a couple names, but he was quite vocal about Pacquiao, and I think the fight's easy to make. The fight would be very easy to make because they're under one umbrella, and I think it would be a great fight. I think it would be a very good fight, Garcia-Pacquiao. I think Garcia's very underrated. He's a good fighter. He's a very tough man. A very, very tough man. You know, he can take a punch. He's not as flat-footed as what people think. He has got some boxing skills. I think people underrate his boxing skills. And he's definitely a very, very talented, good fighter. You know, I think he's got a good punch on him. I think his speed isn't too bad, but I think overall he's a proper fighting man. You know, he can fight. His dad obviously rates him very highly. I don't think he's as good as what his dad makes him out to be, but he's definitely a great fighter. He's definitely a guy that would give any fighter in the world a good fight. I think he probably loses to Spence, Crawford. And I think even Pacquiao would be a very tough fight for him stylistically. I think that's not an easy fight. But again, Pacquiao didn't look special against Broner. He just did enough. Like he won quite comfortably, but he didn't look that great in that fight, Pacquiao. So, you know, Danny Garcia for me is a level above, maybe a couple levels above Adrian Broner. So that would definitely be a great fight. That would be definitely something that I would want to watch. I think they'd put that on pay-per-view, and I think you'd be guaranteed a good fight. I think you've got two guys that, most importantly, I think when you put together a pay-per-view, you need to put fighters that have still got it. Now with Pacquiao's age, you do worry, but from what he's shown, you know, in his recent fights, Pacquiao's still got a lot left, so it's still going to be a tough fight. I don't think you should be putting pay-per-views with guys that are over the hill, because fans don't like that. You know, fans don't like that, because then what happens is when you're putting guys in that are washed up and they're not the same, the paying public, they're being robbed really, because you're selling the fight on a guy's name and what he was rather than what he is now, because what he was is not what's going to go in the ring. What he is now is what's going to go in the ring, you know. So that's why I think, you know, the fans, especially in America, don't like that. So I think this fight is definitely, if you put it on pay-per-view, it'd be a great fight. So it makes sense. I think any fight that, you know, where you think that is going to be competitive, I think, and they're two big names, then you probably have to put it on pay-per-view, and it probably makes sense. It's the fights that you would say that you know, you're fighting a top guy with a washed up guy, or two washed up guys. You know, public doesn't want to see that, because, you know, you could get a really terrible fight, and in America, like I said, they're paying a lot of money for these pay-per-views, so it leaves them dissatisfied, and it's not good for the sport as well. So I do think Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao is a fight that I'm very, very interested in. I think it makes for a cracking fight. I think you've got two warriors that will come to fight. And I think it's definitely going to be an intriguing and fascinating matchup. It's a fight that I would love to see. I'm pretty sure Danny Garcia would want that fight. It's a big money fight, fighting a legend in Pacquiao. He has turned, I think Danny Garcia has turned down the Pacquiao fight in the past. I don't know, he said, no, I didn't get offered anything. But, you know, we know that Danny Garcia didn't take the Crawford fight. He was offered $3 million, but Danny Garcia says he didn't know anything about it. So again, hopefully they can make this Pacquiao Garcia or Pacquiao Thurman fight. It'd definitely be interesting. I think the Pacquiao Garcia fight would be a great fight. I think it's just the styles, I think, would mesh. I would favor Pacquiao in the fight, but again, Garcia would be a very, very live underdog. To me, it would be a 60-40, 55-45 fight in Pacquiao's favor. I think Garcia will show up, and he'll definitely put up a fight. It'll be a great, great match. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.